Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be going back to this little red book. I'm going to continue working in this. This is the next page that we're going to be working on, but first I really want to decorate the cover a little bit more and maybe the back. So yeah, let's get started. I took out all of my handmade stickers to see which ones could fit on the cover. I finally bought sticker paper and some cold laminating sheets so I could start making my own stickers. I did some counting and decided that this is a sketchbook number 16 and a half. I had to come back to my older sketchbooks and look through the dates to see which number this one is. I really like numbering my sketchbooks. It just helps me to keep track of all of the books that I finished. I mapped the number out first just to be sure that it would fit where I wanted it, and I wrote it on the cover with a black acrylic marker. I thickened the lines a little bit and added a border around the number just because I think it looks better this way. And for the stickers, I was shuffling them around trying to find the perfect spot to put them. I took out some other stickers as well that I thought could fit the whole vibe of the cover. And on the back, I put the sticker of 2D, the singer from Gorillaz. From the moment that I saw this picture and from the moment that I printed it out, I knew that it was going on the back of the cover. I thought of putting something else there, but ultimately decided against it. It would be too crowded. The single sticker in the back just looks good. And back to the front, the plain black felt a little empty to me, so I went with this really pretty pale pink Posca pen and added an outline to the entire number and to the border. Again, I was playing around with the stickers until I felt satisfied with how the layout looked. It took me a little while, but ultimately I got there. And these are the stickers that I will be going with. I went with this fish. This was one of the first stickers that I've ever made. This little cat with a piece of bread stuck to its head. This Sonic, I think it looks really cute. And the peace sign. Then to fill it out a bit more because the cover still felt empty, I started doodling random circles and dots. And the spot on the right also felt a little empty to me, so I added this little flower sticker. And to fill out the rest of the cover, I started doodling these lines. And on the left, I drew them in a way that looks like they're wrapping around the entire cover from the front to the back. I think it looks really cool this way. And yeah, this is the cover, the front and the back, all decorated. I am continuing on from where I left off in the last little red book video. I'm using a regular 4B graphite pencil for sketching, and this is the reference photo that I will be using today. I thought that since I drew a 4-time world champion, that one with Red Bull on the left, it would be fitting to draw another 4-time world champion that won with Red Bull on the right. So I am drawing Sebastian Vettel, the 4-time Formula 1 world champion. There's just something about Red Bull drivers, you know? I have never been so enamored with a real life person as I am with Sebastian Vettel. It's weird. Um, I struggled with this sketch a little bit, maybe not a little bit, a lot, I would say. Um, I genuinely hate drawing these caps that the drivers wear. They drive me insane. They're so annoying to do and so hard to draw. I don't know what it's about, but I erased and redrew this sketch so many times, especially his mouth. It just wasn't looking right to me. And yeah, I kept erasing and kept redrawing, but I think in the end it was all like worth it. At what at one point I had to lift the sketchbook up to see like what was wrong. Like um yeah, I don't know. I was fighting for my life with this one. But like I said, even though I was struggling, I still had a lot of fun drawing it. And this drawing ended up being one of my favorites. So yeah, all of that drawing and erasing was totally worth it. I am trying to be like more loose with my sketching. Like you could see, I drew like the whole form first and then started drawing in the features. Um, and I ended up really liking this one. I even turned this illustration into a sticker for myself. Um, so yeah, this one is going to go on the cover of my newest sketchbook. I'm almost done with my main sketchbook. I have like 10 pages left, I think. I'm gonna be making videos of me finishing that sketchbook, so yeah. The bulls are and always will be just triangles with tails in my sketchbooks. I fear there's just no other way for drawing them for me. Um, Little red mice. They honestly look kind of cute, but I cannot be bothered to draw the whole bull. The whole Red Bull logo is just too much work for me. And no matter how much I enjoy drawing Formula One fan art, especially the Red Bull boys, I will like, no, the logos are just no. Now that I'm looking at this sketch, it's not even that as bad as I was making it out to be. Um, I think that I sometimes struggle with seeing how good a sketch is when I'm actively drawing it. But when I come back to it, I'm like, oh wow, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know what I was on. I lightened the sketch with a kneaded eraser and gave it a wash of a reddish watercolor paint. It gave me a nice base to add colored pencils on top of. Um, I used Talent's art creation watercolors, and now I'm going to be using Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils on top of it. I honestly think that I should be using this technique more often. The watercolor creates an interesting texture that colored pencils grip onto very nicely. Um, just the grip is better. The pencil stays on nicer. I don't know. It's just fun to do, and it gives like a nice, even base. The whole drawing is like more coherent, I guess. Cohesive. Oh, that's the word I meant to use. Cohesive. With like an even base, and it's fun to do. Really fun to do. I am honestly just picking the colors randomly. If I think they could look good, they are being used, and if I regret it later, then oh well. That's my technique. I try not to think too much about the colors that I use, I just go for it. Maybe that's just because I'm familiar with how these colors already look, because I use these colored pencils a lot, so I don't really have to think as much about what colors I use, and I just can go for it. I'm trying to go from like light to dark, I think. Um, I'm not going in with too bold of colors at first, just so I wouldn't regret it much later. But yeah, I'm just outlining the entire thing, coloring it in. Uh, right now I'm outlining his hair. And yeah. Colored pencils must be one of my favorite mediums to work with. They're just so rewarding. Um, and when you find a way of coloring with them that you enjoy doing, they're just so fun. Because I'm not trying to create like an even layer of color with my colored pencils. I'm just laying them down, hatching with them. I'm just trying to have fun. For his blonde hair, I went with this yellow pencil at first, and then with this like really light yellowish brown. Um, I know that you shouldn't really draw natural blonde hair with yellow because it doesn't look natural, but it's just a stylized drawing, so I can do whatever the hell I want. There's something so fun about watching old races. I've watched the 2010 and 2011 seasons fully, and they were honestly so fun. I don't know, there's just something about the old races, the older cars, and the old drivers that's just captivating. Why did I have to be 9 years old when Sebastian Vettel was winning his first championship? Please tell me. I'm using a mix of three blue pencils. I think I used three different blues for his cap. I finally ended up with something that kind of resembles a cap, but they're really so annoying to draw. And I'm coloring the little red mice that should be bulls, but they're mice. And I wrote Red Bull with the same red pencil. My favorite blue pencil is fighting for its life in this video. It's so short now. I have the thingy that like lengthens the pencil, but I had a graphite pencil in it already and I didn't feel like taking it out, so I'm just fighting with this little blue pencil. But I bought a replacement. Um, I had to. It's my favorite blue from like all of the colored pencils that I have. I'm attached to this one specifically. And now, as you can see, we have 3 sets of little red mice on this drawing. I really like that now on this sketchbook spread I have 2 of Red Bull's Golden Boys, both 4-time world champions. It's it's fun. Like, it's a fun sketchbook spread to have. I don't think that I have like both of them on one spread in my main sketchbook. Now I'm using the same mix of blues to color his cap, and I went in and colored the entirety of his hair yellow just because I was getting like annoyed with hatching and drawing only in lines, so I just went in and colored the whole thing in. I really enjoy drawing skin with colored pencils. It's so fun seeing it like build up. It's just really relaxing to do. And as you can see, my process is all over the place. Sometimes I go back to the skin, then I get bored of that, I go to his racing suit, I start his racing suit, and then I'm like, nah, I'm going to color his hair next. It's just all like disconnected, I guess. Oh, and here's the little blue pencil. There it was. I tried adding white highlights to his eyes, and also I tried to do like an outline for the Red Bull logo, but my white Posca pen is actively drying out. I don't think there's any ink left in that. But fortunately, I bought a replacement. I had to do like a restock of my most used art supplies. They were all running out. Let me tell you, that was one expensive package. But yeah, I'm just coloring in his racing suit right now. I'm trying to outline the Red Bull logo on his collar with this little blue pencil. And I was getting like annoyed with myself with how I was coloring it, so I just like scratched in, because there's no other word for that. It's literally like scratching. Scratched in this blue down, and then I went over with this gray. I think it's like Payne's gray, like bluish gray. It's a really like nice shade of gray, one of my favorites. And I went like really hard with this pencil and colored it in. I also went over the lines because now that I added the blue to the suit, they felt a little empty without the blue. So I went back and added some blue to that as well. And I went in with this gray and added some more shadows to his cap, just to make it like more cohesive. And then I added this brown to his hair because they should be wetter. This picture was taken after a race when they're all sweaty and stuff. And his hair looked a little too fluffy, like too fresh, I guess. Sometimes I smudge the pencils with my fingers, sometimes I don't. I just do whatever like feels right at the moment. And I'm also adding like some wisps of hair. I'm making it fluffier. I shouldn't have, but I did. The hair is honestly a mess, but it's fine. It's messy, but it's fine. I went in and added some darker shadows to his eyes. I think I redid the eyelashes as well. I'm adding the same brown, dark brown pencil to places that I feel like need some more depth. I made his lips a little pinker, added some more blush, and also added in his stubble and his like mustache, I guess. Felt empty without it. And then I went with my Posca pen to add more like highlights, I guess. I don't think it changed anything, but I did it. And then I also added this really nice hot pink. I really like doing that, adding this like pop of color where it shouldn't really be. And I drew some hearts around because I didn't really feel like doing a background, like a complex background. So yeah, that's all I did. And I added his canine teeth back because I think I had them in like the first sketches, but then they just disappeared. And yeah, that's basically it. So this is it. This is the finished illustration. I probably could have done a little bit better with the anatomy of the face. It looks kind of weird, but I think it's because of the way I was sitting. From my perspective, it looked better. um, but yeah, this is the finished illustration, and even though I could have done a little bit better, I still really, really like how it looks. So yeah, this is the finished illustration, and this is the cover. Um, I'm quite happy with how this looks. This just feels a little bit more like me with this cover, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw this and decorate this cover. I've got other social media if you'd like to follow me somewhere. I have TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky. All the links will be down in the description below. I hope you're safe whenever you are, or as safe as you can be. The world is kind of crazy right now, and I will see you in my next video. So, bye bye!